We all know what time it is. It's Saturday Slam. It's Jude Vice coming to you. We've got two big matches coming for you tonight. First off, we've got two recent graduates of the XWC, Money Martae and Dirty Deeds Daniel Maxen, going head-to-head. And of course, in our marquee matchup tonight, we have the Marksman going one-on-one against Tobias Storm. Storm looking to prove himself for sure. The Marksman's been on a warpath of late, so we're going to see these two clash in an epic way. That one's for sure. But let's go ahead and get down to the ring. Let's get rolling to our first match as we get ourselves set, and making their way on out now is none other than Dirty Deeds Daniel Maxen. We saw him in action at Unleashed in tag team competition with Hard Luck Hal Rogers. Didn't come out on top against Reed and El Diablo, but we saw exactly why he was called Dirty Deeds. The underhanded tactics, the blind tags, the little advantages that he could find at any small point. Dirty Deeds does one thing and he finds any way to win, and that's his one thing. But if there's somebody that he needs to be worried about, especially someone coming up out of the XWC, it's one of our more recent graduates right here, none other than Big Money Martae himself. Now, he hasn't been around very long in KCXW, but already he's had high-profile matches against the likes of the Infinite, our current Metro champion. So we know Martae can come ready for a big match at any point in time, regardless of his perceived lack of experience, if you will. Martae's got a lot of heart, he's got a lot of drive, and there's one thing he's got with his size, and that is a lot of power. So you know that Money Martae's got to be looking to use that, trying to influence this match, if you will, in some way, shape, or form to come out on top. Referee's making his quick checks. Everybody's ready to go. And there's the bell, and we're off and running for this week's Saturday Slam, folks. Daniel Maxen and Money Martae taking a moment to size each other up. Neither one of them rushing into this one too quick. And it looks like Daniel Maxen wants a test of strength against Martae. I'm not too sure about the offensive strategy he's got here. And Maxen a little bit wiser there after trying it out. Martae standing strong in the center of the ring, letting Maxen know he is not paid by the hour. Dirty Deeds inching in again. One knuckle lock, not two though. And Maxen steps through the ropes now, forcing the referee to step in between them. And you can tell, it looks like Daniel Maxen probably was not too excited about this matchup tonight. He is awfully hesitant to get in and lock horns with Martae. That size disadvantage, that strength disadvantage, and we've got a knuckle lock. A quick test of strength, and Maxen is losing out early in this one, as expected. Already down to one knee, and Martae brings the hands underneath. Gets the wrench in on the wrists, on the knuckles. Everything's turning the wrong way, and he forces Maxen back down to the knee again. And brings him back up one more time. And Dirty Deeds going for the toes. There's that dirty tactics I was telling you about. Just enough to stun Martae. A huge right hand. And down goes Dirty Deeds. What a shot from Money Martae there. Gets Daniel Maxen lined up into the corner and whips him across. Maxen bounces hard into the buckle. Huge splash from Martae, and Dirty Deeds is in a lot of trouble, folks. This one not going his way in the early going. Big Money looking for a suplex, and Maxen cuts it off with a quick knee into the gut. Tries for a DDT, nothing happening there. Money Martae able to work his way out. Hooks again for the suplex. Big lift, huge takeover, and Daniel Maxen comes crashing down to the mat. Martae with a pin attempt, getting two off of that suplex, goes right into the arm bar, and he has Daniel Maxen pinned down on the mat, face first, right in the center of the ring, right where you want him. Maxen quick to fight out, throwing those right hands, those closed fists to the eyes, and a quick uppercut into the chest. And you can see Maxen trying to find some way to build some momentum against Money Martae. Nothing doing with an arm drag, though. And Martae looking for single arm DDT. Drops it down. That can dislocate the shoulder if you're not careful. And Dirty Deeds is feeling the effects of that one. He's a little slow getting up this time. And Martae in firm control. A little bit slow getting over there. And Dirty Deeds using the opportunity to drop Martae face first into the turnbuckle with that drop toe hold. Quick hookup DDT, and down goes Martae. That might have been just enough to turn the tide here, folks. Ping attempt 2 only. But Martae's head bouncing off of that turnbuckle and bouncing off of the ring mat. And Dirty Deeds now slapping him across the back of the head as he chokes Martae against the ropes. Again, looking for any opportunity he can find as he ducks to the outside. Referee telling Maxen to get back in. Drop kick across the side of the head. He had Martae all set up for that one. And Maxen calling over, looking for a pin. No, he's just throwing fists from the top there. Just mounted punches on Martae. And Money Martae trying to fight his way back to his feet. Get that vertical base going. Huge uppercut sends Daniel back to the ropes. Martae trying to get himself turned back around here, but a huge high knee from Daniel Maxen puts him right back to the mat. Huge knee from Dirty Deeds. And now he realizes what he needs to do is he's keeping Martae grounded, not letting him get up past the knees rather, as he's got the chin lock sunk in. Just trying to keep his weight down on Money Martae, trying to keep him from getting to that vertical base. Because if you're fighting from your knees, your size doesn't matter. And a rope break here. Dirty Deeds quick to let go of that one. And Martae trying to fight his way back up to his feet. Huge shot again from Martae trying to battle back against Maxen. Dirty Deeds has him in the corner though. Reversal from Martae. Daniel hits the buckle hard. Martae misses the splash from earlier. That one was well scouted. Never go for something twice. And Maxen shows you why with a huge final cut. Dropping the elbow across the chest and the throat. 2 count only though. Martae able to get the kick out. Maxen didn't quite get his weight across the shoulders. And Martae was able to roll that shoulder up and stay in this one. Huge stomp across the back. And now Dirty Deeds looking like he's moving with a little bit of frustration, a little bit of urgency. Martae slams him into the buckle. Huge shoulders now as he's starting to build a full head of steam. Starting to show some life. Come back roaring to life now. A multitude of shoulder checks. Trying to work the arm of Dirty Deeds. A huge chop though from Deeds. Daniel Maxen battling back against Money Martae. Once again, gets him right back up into the ropes. Trying to whip him once again. Martae's the bigger man, gets the whip going. Oh, but a huge clothesline from Daniel Maxen. And the frustration of Martae that he wasn't able to capitalize. And now Daniel looking to be firmly in control as he continues to stay bearing down and over top of Money Martae. Another rear chin lock. Just trying to cut off the flow of oxygen. Just trying to keep him grounded. But Martae's on his feet and Maxen is in the air. Nowhere you want to be. Slams him into the buckle and Maxen lets go in a hurry. Martae slow to recover though. And Maxen looks like he was trying for a sleeper hold. Wasn't able to get it. These two are struggling for position now. Daniel Maxen takes a boot to the chest. And now Money Martae winding up. Double axe handle across the chest. Dirty Deeds goes down again. Martae's feeling it. Belly to belly. Slams down Dirty Deeds. Going for the pin attempt. But he only gets 2. Wasn't able to get his weight across the shoulders. And now trying to rile this crowd up behind him. Martae feels it. Martae sees it. He's looking for the pump handle. If he can hit this power slam, this one's all over. He's got him up, but Dirty Deeds slips out the back. Slams him into the corner. Goes for the schoolboy. And Maxen's on the ropes. Maxen's on the ropes. Ref didn't see it. 3 count. Dirty Deed steals one, folks. Dirty Deed steals one out from Martae. We all saw it right there. He has feet on the ropes. Ref didn't see it. A travesty for sure. But I'm going to have to let you know, we've got some words from the Marksman. We're going to send you on over to him right now. He's got a hook in for the crossface. He's got it in deep. He's trying to get Thunder to tap. Laying back is the Marksman. And, ladies and gentlemen, I hear a bell.
It's funny. It's real funny. How KCXW likes to make up the rules on their matches. Thunder was unresponsive. Unresponsive means forfeits, it's up, he submits, taps out, naps. KCXW apparently doesn't care. Henceforth, any match that I am in, there will be no more time limit draws, no more time limits. I dictate the match pace. I will make it as fast and as long as I want. The question is, who's gonna step up? Who's gonna face me? Who wants to try? Good luck.
We've got a quick word from our sponsors, folks. Safe Haven Fitness offers the most prestigious personal training service in the Midwest from certified personal trainers of the National Academy of Sports Medicine. Call or text head coach Michelle Nicole today at 816-427-1135. Located in the Extreme Wrestling Center, Safe Haven Fitness. We build you up to be the best you can be. And with that, folks, it is time for the marquee matchup. Let's head on down to the ring. We have Tobias Storm making his way out here first. And you hear him bolstering it about it now. He would rather we call this not Saturday Slam, but Saturday Storm. Because as far as Tobias Storm is concerned, he is the entire show here on Saturdays, folks. And you've seen a lot of him here. He's put on a pretty good showing against the likes of The Realist and Shannon Reed. Plenty of those guys, but he's got quite a tall order tonight because he's going to have to go up against the Marksman, the former two-time Kansas City champion, who, to be perfectly honest, has been on a mean streak ever since Unleashed, ever since he had his title vacated from him due to a disqualification. And you can see now the surly look on his face as he marches right into the ring. Shirt's already off, and he's going right for Storm. And he just begins launching into an offense on Tobias Storm. Ref has to get the bell started with a flurry. And Tobias Storm is in trouble in just a quick few seconds as the Marksman begins just battering him with blows. And Storm with a quick shot takes him to the floor. And now these two, the amateur wrestling background between them coming out, as these two are literally fighting for their lives here. At least Storm is, after the way that Marksman came just flying in with those blows. Now they've worked themselves back up to the feet, and Storm takes him out again right underneath, and they're working themselves around. Storm getting the offense on the Marksman here. Surprising. The agility and the strength being shown now as Marksman just whips him to the floor. These guys are just absolutely back and forth with. It's hard to tell which one's really got the advantage over the other, depending on the moment. Marksman gets him wrapped up, but Storm rolls right back on through again, back on top. Storm with a roll through, gets a 1 count. Marksman's able to kick out, but Storm's back on the offensive. He gets the collar hook, and he's on top again. And so far in the early goings, despite the cheap shots, I've got to say Storm is holding his own against the former champion. But Marksman's got both of the ankles picked now, and Storm's not in a good spot. This is a death roll, folks, and you can get some ankles turned if you're not careful. And now Tobias grabbing the ropes, forcing the Marksman to make the rope break. But that may have been the poor choice as he immediately gets a boot to the head for his troubles. You see Marksman favoring that knee. He injured it back at Unleashed. A roll-up pin from Tobias. Not enough to get anything, though, as he quickly tries to take the offense back over on Marksman. Like I was saying, Marksman injured that knee back at Unleashed against JC Thunder, and he's never quite moved the same with it since. But he's had a much more sour demeanor to go along with it, as now Storm seems to be having his way with the Marksman. Oh, slamming his face into the mat. And now trying to get the underhook, or the overhook rather. He's trying to get his head locked in to get the turn. Wait, he's getting Marksman lifted up. We might have a Peterson. No, almost. Almost had a Peterson slam. Takes both of the legs down, and Marksman drops to the mat again, and the frustration beginning to show on his face as he's getting schooled almost by Storm. Another quick shot from Tobias Storm takes Marksman down again. And Tobias Storm scoring points at will, it seems like. Another shot, and Marksman goes down again. Tobias Storm showing an awful lot of confidence in himself. And he gets another punch to the face for his troubles. I think he keeps forgetting this isn't an amateur wrestling contest. This is a wrestling match. And oh my goodness, Marksman just wrapped Tobias Storm up against the ropes there, dropping his gut against that steel cable. And now Marksman dragging him under the ropes, wrapping his arm over the ropes. Oh, and now he's just laying the knees in. He's got Tobias Storm trapped in the ropes. The referee pleading with Marksman to let him free. And Storm drops into the ring like a sack of potatoes. Marksman calling for a pin. Doesn't even really get two on there as Tobias is able to get his shoulder up pretty quickly. He's in pain, but he's certainly not down and out after that. Oh, and a feint punch leads to a kick to the gut from the Marksman as he seems to be toying with Storm at the moment. A quick throw over the ropes, and Marksman firmly was able to change the momentum of the match. And now, after he has slowed things down, oh my goodness, just washing Tobias's face with the unclean boot. Like I was saying, now that he's slowed the pace down, Marksman is absolutely in control and just moving at will. A knee to the side of the head. The bad knee that may not have been the best choice of offense from the Marksman. And he's switching it up now. He's got the hand cocked back. Another hard right hand to the jaw as Tobias Storm crumbles down to the mat one more time. Marksman now lifting Tobias up into a suplex. Hard slam down to the mat. Tobias bouncing back up before he rolls himself almost out of the ring. Maybe on instinct, just trying to avoid the pin attempt that Marksman isn't going for. Well, now he's making his way over. But no, it doesn't look like... Well, he's making sure the rep's in position first. Taking a little long to get to the pin. May have cost him there. That was a huge suplex. He probably could have gotten 3 had he been a little bit more on top of it. As Storm is really slow to get up after that slam. Now Marksman sending him off the ropes, setting him up for a backbreaker maybe. Oh, drops him with a heavy thud. But Marksman using the bad knee in the process, and he may have hurt himself with that. Again, just not thinking about some things before he throws them. And Marksman a little bit worse for wear certainly after that. And Tobias sees an opportunity and goes for it, chops the leg out. And Storm has realized that the Marksman's got a bad wheel and he's going to exploit it. Dropping the knee down across the knee. Using his weight to bend it the wrong way. And Marksman fighting like a wounded animal, just trying to keep Storm back. And Storm raining blows down from over the top. Pin attempt only gets 2, though. And Marksman shoots right up and begins favoring that knee once again. I think that backbreaker may have done more damage to him than it necessarily did to Tobias, as it seems to have turned the pace of the match around, and it has given Storm a very clear target to focus on. Drops the leg across the knee again. And Tobias, another pin attempt, but Marksman quickly wraps him up into a rear naked chokehold, trying to isolate him, but Storm able to battle back and work Marksman off. Now Tobias gets the hook in. Northern Light suplex puts Marksman down on the mat. 2 count only, though. And even though he was slammed on his back, Marksman can only focus on the pain in his knee. A chin lock from Tobias as he begins trying to just cut off the flow of air to the Marksman. And Marksman going for the ear. Referee's going to force that break. He's going to make him let go of that. Tobias able to hang on to the chin lock, but he's switching it up. And now he's getting called for the ears. Referee has got a handful trying to keep these two in line. Storm shoots him off the ropes, goes for a leapfrog, but Marksman saw it coming. Manhattan drop, but uses the bad knee again. And he was able to put Storm down, but once again, because of the bad wheel, slow to capitalize on his offense. Finally makes his way over for the pin. Only gets a 2 count. And that may be the story of this match so far. So many times Marksman looks like he may have had the victory, but his slow response to get to the pin again and again is the reason that Tobias Storm is able to get the kick out and keep going. Oh, dropping him face first right on top of the knee, and Storm may be out. I mean, he's pushing himself up, but I don't think anybody's home. Lights are on, but they've left it. And Storm is in a heap now. Marksman grabbing onto the hair, laying him out into a surfboard. And now he's just going to start stretching him. And just a testament to how out of it that Tobias Storm may be. He is right next to the ropes, and he's not even aware of it. And now Marksman using his wrist tape to choke Storm, blocking the referee's vision. Referee was trying to get around and see what's going on. The crowd was well aware of Marksman using the wrist tape, but the referee was unable to see it. Hard right hand drops Tobias once again. And the crowd letting their displeasure be known at the Marksman and his tactics tonight. He fires Tobias off the ropes, rams the knee right into Tobias when he hit the ropes. Storm had nowhere to go, and he's just wrenching him across the ropes now, using those steel cables to every advantage that he can. And Storm with a forearm turns things around. Try it again. Marksman turns it underneath. Belly to belly over the top. He completely throws Tobias Storm with that huge belly to belly. But once again, Marksman favoring that knee. Unable to get a quick cover. Finally gets it over. 2 count. Tobias Storm still alive. Oh! And Marksman just throwing the boot right into the gut, right into the liver of Tobias Storm. Storm trying to fight his way back up, trying to fight to his feet. Throwing those right hands, trying to battle back. A double axe handle sends Marksman launching into the corner. Huge shot from Tobias Storm, but he can't seem to find his bearing. Staggering, stumbling, trying to keep to his feet. Working the Marksman over. Another huge forearm. A second one. And now Storm looking to line the Marksman up. Goes to throw him across the buckle. Reversal Marksman and throws him with a lot of authority. And Storm laying on the canvas after bouncing out of that turnbuckle. Neither man able to return to their feet very quickly. Marksman basically on one leg comes running into a back elbow from Tobias Storm, and Storm's working himself up to the turnbuckle. Pushes back the Marksman with a boot. He's buying himself some time. Tobias Storm may have an idea here. Bad idea, though. Tried for the double axe handle. Got caught. Another belly-to-belly from the Marksman. And Tobias Storm comes crashing down. Marksman inching his way, crawling his way over. Grabs Tobias, pulls away from the ropes. A pin attempt. Not far away enough. Tobias was able to reach out and grab the bottom rope. Marksman thought he made enough clearance, but Storm was able to reach out and grab a hold of that bottom rope. Once again, finding some way to stay in this match, finding some way to keep going. And Marksman, knee into the gut. It's pile driver time. He's looking to end it. Lifts him up. Wait a minute. Powerbomb! A change of plans for the Marksman. A huge powerbomb. Tobias Storm is down. That's got to be it, folks. Marksman's calling it, too. He's telling the ref to get into position. There's the pin. Not a lot of cover. And Tobias was able to get the shoulder up because the Marksman got lazy on the pin. Fatigue setting in. Frustration setting in. Marksman not thinking clearly, didn't get the leg hook, didn't get his weight across the shoulders. That should have been it. But now he's up on the ropes. His knee's really bothering him. He may not make this jump, folks. No, he went right into the boot. Went for the forearm across the face, and Storm was able to get his boot up. Storm could barely even get his feet under him, but he is still moving, still fighting. Marksman trying to shake the cobwebs loose. Capture suplex from Tobias Storm sends the Marksman over the top. Storm's back to his feet again. Huge splash in the corner. Marksman staggering out. Another capture suplex, and the Marksman goes flying over the top again. Storm's looking for a pin. Only gets the two as Marksman shoves him off. Ladies and gentlemen, these two are throwing everything they've got at each other at this point. Both men on wobbly legs. Both men can barely keep their heads up. And now Tobias looks like he's ready to finish things off. He's firing up. You can see it in his face. You can see it in his body. Storm's calling for it. Now they're fighting. Trying to find a grip there. And Storm just battering the Marksman down, just pummeling him with blows. There's the lift. And Marksman grabbing the nose, gets him turned around. A dirty fish hook for the Marksman, pile driver. And Tobias just bounced off of the mat. Tobias' head sprung up off the mat, ladies and gentlemen. There's the referee. 1, 2. That one's it, folks. The Marksman's taking it home. A huge battle back and forth. Marksman had to go for the nose. He had to go for the cheap shot to get it, but the pile driver always finishes it. And once again, the Marksman comes out victorious. But you've got to give it to Tobias Storm. He put up a hell of a fight against the former two-time KC champion. I don't think we were expecting that much from him. I mean, we went a long time with this one. Wait a minute. Marksman stalking. Oh my goodness, a boot across the head. And this has been pretty trademark of the Marksman here for the past several weeks. Attacking Tobias after the match now, just battering and pummeling him. Referee pleading with the Marksman to leave him alone. And one more for good measure. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to send you off on that one. You know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it to your friends, tell everybody. Find us on Facebook. You better see us next week at 7. It's Saturday Slam time. See ya!